It never fails.
No, of course not.
All right, we've got just a little bit of a movie left. Silence. I get 3 minutes. I'm just going to talk. We'll make it quick. But first, a story. No. That'd be the worst, wouldn't it? What? No. You want to hear one? No. So I was raw dogging this girl, right? No. I'm kidding. Where were we even? So they're at the party, and he was asking Cletus for information. Jonathan was warned once again by Bartholomew in a room himself to quit. He tells him he will not quit without concessions and information. He wants to know why he's being forced to quit and the history of Rollerball and the corporate and everything. And he also just wants Ella back. He's like, you took my wife. That's so mean. And when he tells him that he can't promise all that, he finally decides not to quit. Turns on the television as everyone chants his name. Like, oh yeah, it's because the television was like on mute and in the room, and then he unmutes it, and it's just the crowd as he tells him, I'm not going to retire. It's Jonathan. I was like, that's a power move. And so then just some of the guests are outside shooting pine trees with a laser gun for fun. I was like, why are they doing this? I don't get the motive. I was pretty cool, but they were starting to shoot things. A very powerful gun was destroying trees, lit them all on fire. Mackie she was out there like the first one to shoot, started to have like a mental breakdown about the gun and maybe about being in love with Jonathan. I don't know. There was all that. But Jonathan's back at his ranch. He's packed. He's ready to go. And Daphne wants to come along, but the Energy Corporation tries to take her back, and so she warns him to do as corporate tells him. She's like, you just should retire. I heard some news about what's coming up with Rollerball, time limits, and you should listen to them and retire. And instead he threatens her. He's like, you fucking bitch! I will quit when I want to quit. And he takes his little spiked rollerball glove and like he pushes it onto her face, and I thought that it was just a studded. I'm going to veto your silence.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I wanted you to talk about the glove.
Oh, yeah.
It looked studded. It looked like what a biker would wear.
It's pretty much a studded, like, emo fingerless glove.
Yeah.
But it's apparently sharp as hell.
Yeah, it gouged her face.
Yeah.
With very little pressure. It was like, ah!
To spider face.
Probably like your chef's knife I gave you.
Yeah, sharp as hell.
Sharp as hell. It cut her face, and so she's gone. The players are now in Tokyo. Jonathan and Moonpie are at the spa, just having like a spa day.
They are.
But when the masseuse leans over and starts napping on top of Moonpie.
Oh, yeah. And then Jonathan sleeps on the masseuse.
Jonathan lays it on the masseuse. I was like, what's going on here?
What are you doing?
What kind of thing is this? But he's now contemplating how to find out the whys to everything. Maybe there's a library in Tokyo he could check out. He knows there's not a library.
No, you know where the two are.
She said DC and Geneva.
Yeah, which are right next to each other since reverse Pangea happened.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just Pangea. It's not reverse.
Yeah, reverse Pangea is what we're in now.
Yeah. Anti-Pangea.
The game against Tokyo starts, and with the new rule changes, the game started pretty tame, but people really amp up quickly and start to beat each other. And Moonpie is just being ganged up on the whole time. One guy from Tokyo got like knocked out, and his head landed on the outside of the ring, right by where the metal roller ball is shot out. He got domed.
Dinked him.
He's dead. And then Moonpie, he gets jumped by 3 Tokyo players. They're beating him up while
they take his helmet off.
Jonathan's injured on the sideline. Yeah, they take his helmet off, and they punch him in the back of the head with the spiked glove. Takes a blow. He's most likely dead. And as payback, Jonathan spots out one of the Tokyo players, attacks him, kills him immediately.
Oh, yeah. He's pissed.
And I think this is where he took... No, that's at the end. Never mind. The ball itself.
Yeah.
So he killed this guy. Then he scores, and he leads him to victory until a motorcycle accident happens, breaking the fence of the rink, and all the fans start to storm the rink. And fans are dying left and right. Paramedics are dying. Nobody in the game is even stopping for them either. They're just running people over. And Blue on the bike, the one black guy on the team, he also burnt alive.
Yeah, just in the middle of all that. I forget.
I think his motorcycle got in a wreck and it just blew up and he couldn't get out of the way.
Yeah, it like slid and blew up and broke in half.
Yeah.
That's weird. But yeah, he burned alive.
He burned and died alive.
Rest in peace, Blue.
You can't die alive, Brandon. Idiot!
You can't die dead either, though.
Whoa. What is death?
It's part of life.
No, that's not it. And so Jonathan, he goes to the hospital where Moonpie's at. And the instant he gets there, this Japanese doctor's like, yeah, can you sign this so we can pull his life support? And he's like, whoa.
I love him.
And he does give him a fair point. He's like, he is brain dead. His body can function, but there's no activity going on in the brain. He's going to be a vegetable for the rest of his life.
We'll see about that. I'll show you who's doctor.
He's comatose specifically, but Jonathan refuses.
So, like, permanently.
And Bartholomew ends up on a televised video conference with various executives from the Energy Corporation about having Jonathan removed from the game and for Rollerball to go back to its intended meaning and effort. All the executives concur. They don't say anything. They just push a button that says affirmative on their screen.
The first couple would do like the classic 70s thumbs up at the camera.
Yeah.
Like looking right at it. But yeah, after that they just...
The Chuck Norris dodgeball thumbs up.
But a little less smiley, but pretty much that.
And then affirmative would pop up. I was like, that's stupid.
That is pretty stupid.
But Jonathan leaves for Geneva.
Oh.
He's at the world's largest computer bank to get information about the corporate wars and the decisions made by corporate executives. And while he's there, it's just a giant AI, basically. You can ask it a question, it'll pull the information, it'll give it back to you. I don't know if it malfunctioned necessarily, or if it was just knew it was classified and withholding information.
I think that.
And failed to give him any straight answers. And so he's like, fuck, I don't have anything. But then he gets back home. Ella is there.
Whoa, that body he's been missing?
Exactly. His ex-wife, ex-lover, longtime lover, first-time caller.
Oh.
Hello?
Did you come yet?
She's there to visit him at the ranch, and she assures Jonathan that the corporation took her away for a good reason, as it was all over the game. He's like, oh, thank God, it wasn't because you hated me.
Yeah.
It's just for Rollerball.
Well, I thought that they stole her, too.
I think they did.
Yeah, but she either got brainwashed by the corporate... Oh, maybe, yeah. Or she was tired of Rollerball. Anyway.
Could have been.
Yeah.
And then she's talking about her new lover and how she has a son. And I was like, you have a son already? How long has this been since you left? Because they said that he was like a 10-year veteran.
Right.
So it can't be that long. But then she's talking about the lover in his life. And I was like, wait, does her husband have a lover or his son have a lover? How long have they been apart? Who has lovers here? Lover boy.
Yeah, it was very confusing. It must have been her husband she was talking about.
Must have been. And she was just fine with it.
Yeah, she's chill.
And she also tries to convince him to quit. And that if he doesn't, he's going to die because there's a new set of rules coming. And he's like, you know what? Screw you. She's standing there. He hits the erase button on all the video footage that he had of him, and she leaves.
Did she, walks into the woods, or did she take a helicopter?
I think she took a helicopter.
Okay, they were just walking and talking in the woods. Right? In my head, she just wanders off into the wilderness.
They were in the woods when they were talking about it.
Yeah.
And then they get back to his place. He officially says no, erases. She walks. She just walks into the woods, is gone.
That was one of the things I wish they delved into a little bit more, was, her at all.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You could have had less laser gun scenes.
I think laser gun could have been important.
Maybe.
If Mackie had stayed to the end of the movie.
Yeah.
You don't see her again. You don't
ever see her again, yeah. Or Daphne.
If you, I don't know, tie her into the background of the movie, layer it like that, and she's in the crowd in the final scene, sure.
She's just standing along the fence.
That's fine. That would be fine. She's still living her executive life, but, worried for this fucking guy that hates her because he can never trust her.
Yeah.
And then also the wife that you find out maybe didn't want to be with him, and he should have trusted the corporation.
And they make out, the girls.
Like, they made it so confusing that it was too clear which side you're supposed to be on.
Yeah, that's for sure.
If you left it more ambiguous...
Well, Jonathan goes to visit Moonpie one last time before the championship game where he says he's probably going to die. And it's a championship. They're playing New York City.
New York City.
The rules. No substitutions.
The final frontier.
Not limited, just no substitutions.
Yeah, 0.
No penalties, and no time limit. I was like, how is this a game then?
It's not a game. Which, I think,
is the point.
Yeah. As soon as you ask that, you kind of have your answer.
Oh, there's only going to be one person alive at the end.
Yeah, and then they're disqualified because they killed everybody.
Yeah, they're taken to there's a sniper at the top just ready.
Kills the last guy.
Yeah.
I win! I'm the king of the rollerball.
And everyone in the stadium and the whole New York City team are chanting, Jonathan's dead.
Yeah.
And he skates right on out there. He doesn't care. And players dying left and right. There's no reason to score. Like, don't worry about scoring. Just kill everybody. Because once everybody's dead, you can score, and then that's it.
Yeah.
It is a full-on, I don't know, Roman gladiator.
Something like that. Or maybe not.
Maybe not. But last man standing will win it all, and the teams are targeting Jonathan. He nearly dies, but ends up getting picked up by a motorcycle to be taken to the sideline. I was like, how are you taken to the sideline? There's no substitutions.
Yeah, he's just chilling over there.
He's just chilling. Cletus is like screaming at the coach. He's like, stop this madness. It's only a game. But then the coach tells him, he's like, it was never meant to be a game. Actually, that was a good quote. I should have written that down.
Yeah, that would have been a good quote. Was that Cletus that was saying that?
Yeah.
I thought the other coach came up and was really mad.
No.
Did I just think that Cletus was the other coach in
Yeah.
that scene? Okay.
It's never meant to be a game. Jonathan enters it again. The rink is just on fire, basically. Like, there have been... All bikes are burning. Everything is around. And he is, like, the only one remaining on his team. With 2 last players for New York City. A skater and a biker. The one New York City player, the skater, charges Jonathan. And he kills the man in front of everyone. With nothing but silence from the crowd. There was no noise. Except... the Foley artist making a bludgeoning sound as he's beating him to death.
Just getting at him.
And then the last guy attacks him. Jonathan beats him up, gets him off the motorcycle, finds the ball from Rollerball, the giant heavy metal ball, and he's getting ready
to... Is that the ball from Rollerball?
Getting ready
Sir, I'm a huge fan. Yeah.
Oh my god, ball? From Rollerball?
Critically acclaimed. Well, maybe not acclaimed. They saw it.
Critically?
They saw it critically. Yeah, he finds the ball. He's going to bash his fucking brains in. Or out.
In front of everybody with the ball that they're playing with.
Yeah, because it's heavy. I don't know if we mentioned that.
But he spares his life, skates around, and scores a goal.
Dunks it.
And the crowd begins to chant his name. Bartholomew is furious at it. And Jonathan starts to just skate around the room endlessly as everyone chants his name. And then it freeze frames on his face, which is great. But as it freeze frames, it does the intro music. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. And then when it does the da-da-da again, it zooms closer. Dun, dun, dun,
and it just keeps going, too.
Da-da-da. It does
like
it
5 zooms?
four times. And
4
it's so close
zooms.
on his face. And then the credits roll, and that is the end of Credits Rollerball.
Nice.
Thank you.
What do you think it means? The zooms.
I don't think it means anything. He's got the zoomies. He's
got
going
the
around.
zoomies.
Oh, shit. We forgot to pause before quotes. Damn. Now I'm going to have to find a way to fit that in there. Shit.
A pause? Applause?
No, we're not going to pause
I was
there.
going to say it's the end of the movie.
Plug in a
Everything's
movie quote,
over.
and that's just how it ends.
Yeah.
That is ending it this week. Thanks for a second auction episode. Thanks to Devon for the first half. Lucas for organizing it. We texted Robert 8 days ago. I still haven't heard from him.
Oh, don't tell them that. They're going to be sad.
Robert's still a great guy, though. Everyone.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, don't expose them to sins that they never had to know.
He writes sins, not tragedies.
This ain't a scene.
And that's going to end it. Next week, we are starting another themed month. It's time for the holiday hose. And it's a film.
No, we're not. We're not doing that this year.
It's a film that my ex-girlfriend said was one of her favorite movies of all time.
Oh, that dumb bitch?
Yes.
We should do commercials.
And it's rated very badly. Oh, never mind. I wrote the wrong script. Shit. We should still switch it. We're going to do Christmas with the Cranks. She kept always wanting to watch it in like July, and I'd be like, no, we're not watching that.
And she'd whine like a fucking puppy. Shut up.
We're going to do Christmas with the Cranks because I already wrote the script and I didn't look at my schedule. So, thanks everybody, and we'll see you next winter.
How do I do a goodbye? I never like what I say.